there's no seatbelt. Which is weird because every time I get on that side, there's this instinctive reaction to reach back and grab for the seatbelt.
Check, check.
Check mic, check mic.
Check. You got me?
Gotcha.
Gotcha. I got you 5x5. Do you need ventilation? Oh, that's push to talk.
What, this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And this is your trim up and down. And of course, this is your steering wheel. That's pretty much all you'll need. We'll wait for these guys to sync up and then we can take off.
Cool, 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 cool. This is funny. Sterilization. Oh, it's perfect.
That actually works. Oh, I don't have it plugged in, but yeah, these buttons work. They don't do anything, but they do light up and indicate what state they're in. So there's a lot of stuff that doesn't work. This doesn't work, the trim indicators. The only thing that works on this panel is the parking brake. This doesn't work yet. All of this works though, except for the cabin pressure gauges and everything else. All right, we're sitting in Spokane International. I don't know what runway we're lined up on. Let's see here. Oh, it's going to ask me for my ID. Not now. I just want that. Okay, we'll hide that. We'll track our flight. There we are. Okay, we're sitting at KGEG. And then next I want to do VFR map. There we go.
All right.
Let's see if we can get ATIS weather for GEG. This ought to be interesting. Okay, that's not working, so we'll do this. Unload. Don't want to import a flight. I just want to go to KGEG and get the charts. KGEG. There's my charts. I go to taxi. Airport position, info. Check this one. This one should give us our ATIS. There, okay, ATIS is 124.32. So if it's working, 24.32, make it active. We may or may not get ATIS for Spokane, and we're not going to get it. So, and that's the simulator's fault.
Gotcha.
They need to do some updates. Okay, this is really easy. While you are on the ground, you steer with your feet. When you're in the air, you steer with the wheel. Of course, you pull back, houses get smaller. Push forward, houses get bigger.
Yeah.
The other thing is if you pull back, the houses will get smaller, but if you keep pulling back, they're going to get bigger again.
You've really got this worked out.
Yeah, kind of do. Throttles, these are the only two levers you'll have to touch. This is your mixture control. This removes or adds fuel to the engines. This controls the blade pitch on the props. Flaps, we're going to set those to approach flaps.
The blade pitch, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So feathering and.
Yep,
all
exactly.
Yeah.
It's a constant speed configuration for the props. So when you're at cruise, this thing will cruise up at like 42,000 feet. And when you're at cruise, what you want to do is pull these back a little bit to get your RPMs. Where's the RPM? Oh, your proper RPMs. Takeoff is going to be just above 1,700. And then at cruise, what you'll want to do, I don't know if we'll ever get to cruise, but you'll pull these back to about 1,600, 1,550. That gives you the best blade angle, which gives you more fuel mileage.
Okay.
These are the blowers, your cockpit ventilation. Yours isn't going to work because yours is actually gone.
That's cool.
All right, so we'll turn those down. I think we got pitot heat is on. Nav lights are on. Turn on the strobes because we're on the runway. We'll turn on the landing lights because we're on the runway. Ice we can leave alone. Everything over there is all set. Okay, are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to ram these full forward. Well, not ram them, but just gently increase to full throttle. Got two good engines. Remember, you're going to steer with your feet. And one of the things my instructor taught me is don't let the airplane fly you. You fly the airplane. So if she wants to do something, you give her a good correction.
Good.
And we're at 80 knots, so at about 110, we're going to pull the nose up a little bit.
Okay.
There's 110, so we'll go ahead and pull back.
Where did you see 110?
Okay, that'll be right here.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
your airspeed. This is your altitude. Okay, we're going to go gear up. And then we're going to go flaps in, so it's going to want to sink a little bit, so just be aware of that.
Okay.
And you're at a good pitch up attitude. You're about 10 degrees nose up, which is a good climb. And it's a trade-off between the angle of climb and your airspeed. You never want to let that get below, I'd say 115.
Okay.
Otherwise, the houses will get big really fast.
Yeah, boy, as you can tell, Spokane is just butt ugly.
Yeah.
Just terrible. I was really proud of Marley when we took off. She had just turned 2, and I don't know. Last time she took off in a plane, it wasn't. It was fun, but today she really seemed to notice that she was taking off.
Yeah.
Her eyes got a little big. Like, am I in danger?
Yeah. She's a little more self-aware of her surroundings.
Yeah.
That's
but
good.
I was really proud. She never broke. Very brave, very trusting.
Uh-huh.
And then before you know it, we were in the air, and she was back to her normal, self-interested self.
Right. Well, that's cool.
So what altitude are we going to go to?
Whatever you want. I think the base altitude for this area is like 3,000 feet.
Oh,
So anything above 3,000 is fine. So this is your altitude. So yeah, you're at about 6,000 feet right now. Look at you, dude.
cool.
Flying this like a pro. So in your daily turn-ups, you've snuck in a flight or two, haven't you?
Yeah.
I kind of figured that. So the next thing I need to do is I need to find somebody that will edit this aircraft to remove the windshield wipers and the heat tape on the windshield. And I love having the engines out there.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. So right now we're flying just a little bit south of the Fairchild Air Force Base. We just departed here, which is Spokane. Damn, dude. It's kind of like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, boy. I could see myself getting my private license in my 40s.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you. Have fun.
You're going out in a parachute right now.
Yep. Checking out, man. All right, I decided to come back. How's it driving?
Oh, good. I think I need to use that trim a little bit.
Yeah, so yeah, the pitch up and down, if you find that the nose keeps wanting to go up, you push this up. And you can push up either one. So really what you want to do in level flight, my aircraft, what you want to do in level flight is get the tip of this yellow triangle right just above the horizon, like right there.
Okay.
That's about your level cruise. And see how your vertical speed is kind of centering out and it's level? And then you can use the trim. If you find yourself holding the nose where you want it, like right now we're pushing forward on the yoke just to keep it level,
Yeah.
you can trim that out by applying nose down trim, which is pushing this button up. And you can watch how the aircraft tracks. Well, my side I don't think is programmed yet. I think just your side works. Yeah, there we go. And of course, if you find yourself pulling back on it, then you can trim that out as well.
What about left-right trim?
That is here. This is your aileron trim, which I need to tune it because while it works, you have to turn it like 1,000 times just to get any reaction from the aircraft. So I'm going to throttle us back a little bit. We're going a little fast. We want to stay below 250 knots.
We'll get a speeding ticket.
No, we won't get a ticket, but the aircraft will have a tendency to rip itself apart.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm convinced.
And basically, we can fly anywhere you want. Right now, you're headed right towards Pullman, which is down here.
Oh, good. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah. So make a left-hand turn, gentle left-hand turn at 20 degrees to the left. And your degrees will be right here, so you can mark that. That's like 165, right?
Mhm.
So you want to turn left to a heading of 145.
Sounds good.
This thing's flying smooth today.
Yeah.
There you go. Now we're headed right for Pullman.
You know, Pullman's getting a new airport.
They are. That never happens nowadays. That's good.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think, about 13,000 square feet.
Uh-huh.
It's actually going to have a jetway.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Just one jetway?
Huge. Maybe even 2 or 3.
Wow.
Which really beats what we have now, which is basically just a box.
Yeah.
Where we, like TSA is, they're just stuffed into a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of an afterthought.
Very much so. And then they had to get new equipment, a new baggage scanner. And that's just like an MRI machine awkwardly in the lobby.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's kind of a joke because some of the security barriers will just be like a piece of plexiglass.
Right.
To where they're saying like, all right, terrorists, don't you dare. This plexiglass means business.
Yeah.
I'd say that's one of the hardest parts of the job is being serious.
Uh-huh.
Because you have to be serious.
Right.
There's serious threats.
You don't want to scare people.
But you don't want to scare people, and then there's just like the obvious practical wisdom that 99.9% of the time it's not an ISIS threat being played out.
Right.
But you always have to professionally act like it could be.
Right. Like an old woman that is going through TSA, and she forgot that she has her AK-47 in her handbag, things like that.
Well, the biggest one is once you leave the aircraft, you're on the tarmac, and you go across the tarmac towards a turnstile
Right.
that spills you out into the parking lot.
Uh-huh.
And there's just a fence there.
Right.
Well, like especially in August when you had girls coming back, and her sorority sisters will be on the other side of the fence, and they're screaming, ah, wanting to see each other. They would have a tendency to go up to the fence to say hi. But that's like a huge security risk, because theoretically, they could pass a gun through a fence, they could pass a knife through the fence,
Right.
and then suddenly you have a weapon on the tarmac, where there's a plane that's open, ready to be commandeered.
Exactly.
So yeah, you gotta yell at people. Whoa. Oh wait, I'm 3,000 feet. Feels like I'm only a couple hundred feet. But is that sea level?
This terrain here looks a little higher. So this terrain is about 2,800. It looks like. So you're only a couple hundred feet off the deck.
Yeah, that's not
But you're getting a good sightseeing tour.
Yeah. So this is the Palouse, which can be beautiful.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Spokane is, God, so ugly. Wow, you can actually see the windmills out there.
Yeah.
I drove by those this morning.
You can. This is pretty much an accurate rendition of the world.
It's just insane that they can do that.
Yeah. It really is. This is another reason why I left X-Plane.
Like those windmills, yeah, I was looking at those this morning. So I was over there driving north towards the airport.
Yep.
And yeah, now I actually do have a soft spot for the rolling hills of the Palouse. Glacier carved hills that are perfect for wheat. Flying over at WSU will be fun.
There you go.
If they can do it. I mean, they got the windmills there. Those are rather insignificant windmills, but there they are.
Wow. It's cool that they're there, right?
And that's Steptoe Butte,
Uh-huh.
that kind of a large, small mountain there.
Yeah.
Gosh, so are we coming up on Colfax? How far away is Colfax?
It's not really listed here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colfax. I got pulled over one time in Colfax.
Yeah.
Remember, I had a Al Gore bumper sticker on my car. I thought, I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
But he was cool about it.
That's funny. Yep. Yeah, the propellers are a nice touch.
Yeah, they are. I wouldn't be able to fly without them now. They're so prominent and really gives you the sense that you're sitting in an aircraft.
You know, you ever seen the Iron Man movies?
I saw the first one. I haven't seen any subsequent ones.
So in like, I think it's in Iron Man 3 in his like Iron Man cave. He has all the suits behind plexiglass.
Uh-huh.
And it's like Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 4.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, I wonder if in 20 years I could see you having, I could see VR technology catching up to where it has the pass-through ability, where it's like augmented reality.
Yeah.
So you have your physical simulator here, and you put on the VR headset, and you still have this physical touch.
Right.
And you can see it.
Yep.
But you're in a plane.
Yeah.
And like looking out everywhere around, you don't have monitors, you just have the headset on, and
Right.
yeah.
There are some. They're doing that now, I think, but the technology still isn't quite there yet.
No. In fact, I really want to learn the piano.
Uh-huh.
And the pass-through technology is just now getting to the point to where you could learn the piano, but it's really clunky and glitchy. But gosh, another 5 years, I bet the pass-through will be fine to where I could buy a keyboard and put on the headset and then see the keyboard perfectly in real time.
Right.
And then have notes streaming across the universe to where I hit them. And it teaches me, like, this is a G, and like, you know, all the notes, and I'm learning. And
Yeah.
that's a goal of mine. I really want to learn the piano. But I kind of, I don't know if it's like insecurity or anxiety, but I don't know.
You
Maybe it's
just
so-
gotta do it. You just gotta sit down and learn.
Yeah, but that'll be a lot easier if I don't have to go to a teacher. If I could just put on my VR headset and input a piano lesson. on my keyboard, where it teaches me keys and chords, and it's all just passed through technology as I'm using a physical keyboard.
Right.
That would be awesome.
Look at you, dude. You're born to do this.
It's nice. It's relaxing. Yeah, I get jealous of Marley. Like, part of me is fine because 36 isn't old.
Right.
But then I'll be watching an NBA game, and I think about this a lot because she'll be off playing with her in her play fort or in her kitchen, just as you saw, just in her own little imaginative world.
Yeah.
And I can't stop thinking about how the games I'm watching now that are amazing and the best players and the just bright future of the NBA,
Mm-hmm.
it's equivalent to Magic Johnson and Larry Bird in the 80s.
Right.
It's like I'm watching the 80s of NBA right now. And I just want to like scream and be like, no, this is the present. This is the best. But by the time Marley's my age, it's like, might as well be, like, it's just like I'm watching guys in short shorts.
Right.
With no three-point line or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just like age myself like that in real time.
That happens when you get older. All right, you're not all that far away from Pullman. We can slow down to
Which way is the wind blowing?
right now it's blowing from our right, out of the west, southwest.
Oh, so I'll probably want to go through Moscow.
Sure, we can go wherever you want.
Well, I want to land into the wind, right?
Yeah.
So
So, okay.
So it's blowing towards the east?
Yeah, it's going that way.
Okay.
So you want to come in Pullman, right? Pullman Regional or Pullman Moscow?
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
want to
so-
start turning now.
Yeah, you'll want to start turning now. And I'll get you set up for a landing configuration. Okay, I'm going to get you some flaps. It's going to behave a little mushy.
Man, this really is cool. I mean, geez, just right ahead of us, there's Moscow Mountain.
Uh-huh.
It's insane.
I know. I still can't get over it.
I can't, I mean,
Gears coming down. Watch your knees.
already?
Well, I want to get you acclimated to how she flies when it's dirty. Dirty being gear out, flaps are full.
Gotcha. Lots of drag.
Yeah, lots of drag, exactly. And another 20 degrees to the left. I want to give you a nice long pattern.
Usually when I see, when I'm following the flight, they'll go all the way about middle to right side of the Moscow yellow city limits.
Uh-huh.
And then, well, usually they come in south. So I'm coming in north, but
Yeah.
yeah. Is this how long a flight would really take from Spokane to Pullman?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a short hop, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we'll want to keep going for a few more minutes. Probably want to put a little bit of altitude beneath us, too. Make it easier to spot the airport from further out.
Yeah, so this, gosh, this totally changes the hobby. Up until this sort of graphics, like I assume you were just kind of flying because you love flying. But if you have this sort of graphics, you could really just start exploring the world. And
That's another reason why I converted is because now I want to fly to different areas of the world. I want to see things. And I also want to, I fly a lot more during the day now just because there's so much more to see.
I'm astonished that it actually has all of those landmarks I pointed out.
Yeah.
I'm floored. I'm so used to seeing like, oh, it's a building, so they managed to put a rectangle.
Yeah. Well, when 2020 was first released, it was a hot mess. But it's been maturing over the years, and it's not even what it was when it first came out. It's gorgeous.
Right.
Okay, you might want to start thinking about doing your right turn. This is just crazy. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I bet I could. I mean, does this kind of pull from Google Earth or
It pulls from Bing.
Bing Earth? Gosh, I bet I could.
Okay, and we want to level out for just a minute or so. Oh, we're going to land into the sun too.
Oh, perfect.
I see the runway.
Yeah,
See the two flashing lights at the threshold?
barely. Oh, yep, I see it.
Okay. All right, start our shallow turn to the right. And I've got the airport in sight. I want to make sure you've got it too.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay. I'll manage your airspeed for you, and I'll talk you through the landing.
All right.
It's very easy. Just point the nose or point the aircraft so it descends right to the threshold. And no abrupt movements, just hold the nose up at about a 5-degree angle. I'll cut the power, and she'll just settle right onto the runway. Okay, yeah, you've got the lights?
Yep.
They keep going in and out of the haze, don't they?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, go ahead. Go. Continue the turn. I'm going to give you full flaps when you come out of the turn. Okay, you got the runway now?
Yep.
Okay, and it'll be lined up right for your visuals. So the runway center line is going to come right at your center eye line.
Okay.
And, oh, kind of overshot the center line a little bit, not bad. And here comes full flaps. She'll fly a little differently. You might want to look at the trim if you find yourself fighting it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Nice and slow.
Just watch your altitude.
All right, it's starting to line up a little better, I think.
Yep. And when you're lined up, the runway in your sight will be vertically up and down. It won't be canted to one side or the other.
Oh, now I'm a little right of it.
Takes a little practice, but you're doing a really good job. There you go, good correction. Don't be afraid to fly it. You tell the airplane what to do. Okay, start bringing your nose down a little bit. There you go. Looking good. Looking good. Keep that nose at where it's at. There you go. Let her come down. Bringing the power back gently. Look at you. Cutting power. Okay. Pull the nose up a hair. Not too much, not too much. There you go. Let her settle. Down. Reverse. And toe brakes. You know toe brakes?
No.
Top of the rudder pedals, both of them press down.
All right.
There you go. Holy shit, dude.
All right.
Nice job.
That was fun.
All right, your throttles, your aircraft. Taxi us to the gate, sir. I'm going to clean up the aircraft. Landing lights are off. Strobes are off. Oh my God! You've been taking those airplanes out for a joyride, haven't you?
Oh no, I just.
Yeah. Don't go too fast. If you go above 20 knots, it's all rudder. Yeah. Come back on your throttles. Hit the brakes. Hit the brakes.
Well, that's my taxi.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
You have to go all the way to the end now. Well, you can still make it if you turn here. Just hard right rudder like that. And throttle up just your left engine. And you'll make a really sharp turn. There you go. You want to keep your taxi speed way down. And now that you've got, yeah, there you go. There you go. So there's this thing called brake friction.
Yeah.
You have to goose the throttles just enough to break that brake friction, and then it'll roll that. You can pull back the throttles a little bit.
Well, that's where I park.
That's so cool.
Oh, they even got the fire station.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. Oh, there! Look, there's me.
There you are.
I mean, that's you know, it's impressive. That's not like what the building looks like, but there's a building there and a fire station there.
Uh-huh. And this is all just default scenery. Microsoft does a best guess on the building types, but people have designed scenery where the buildings are exact.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, yeah, 'cause that's so cool.
Dude,
Yeah, and there's a little.
You set the parking brake?
Yeah.
All right. And now, okay, so shut down.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to shut it down?
No.
Okay, so the first thing, we'll pull the props all the way back.
Oh, to feather them, right?
Yep. There you go. And then we turn our avionics off.
Avionics.
There you go. Yep. So everything should shut down. We'll shut the radios down manually. The reason we do that is because we don't want any voltage spikes coming out of the generators.
Mm.
So the next step, we'll shut down the generators, which is these two guys right here. Left and right, perfect. Shut these guys off. These are pull out and down. Okay. Everything's good over there. Parking brake is set. Next is we kill the engines. And this is kind of a tricky process, but it's really easy once you know how to do it. You pull them back, and they'll stop here, right? They won't go any further. You got to spread them apart a little bit, and then pull them all the way back. And that'll kill both engines.
That's pretty cool.
Isn't that nuts?
So right over there, I think in about September, there was a moose and her calf that went running across the field
Uh-huh.
during a flight. It was really cool. Never seen a moose in person before.
They're big, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the fucking fuel truck. We have so many issues with the fuel trucks.
Really?
Yeah, like 1 out of 10 times they don't come in the morning.
Uh-huh.
So we'll take a 20-minute delay just waiting for somebody to get out of bed.
Oh,
Drive
my
down.
God.
Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to, could you get your fuel certification, or is that a different company?
It's a different company.
Okay.
Yeah, they own a monopoly, Interstate.
Yeah.
Man, this is so cool. That was a lot of fun. Can't believe I landed. I almost feel like you were like pressing some secret button to get me lined up.
No, not at all. All I did was manage your airspeed.
Oh, that's so cool.
For some reason, that engine isn't shutting down, so that means I have to tune this mixture a little bit.
Well, at least it's feathered, so it's not going to suck anybody in.
Yeah. It'll just beat the crap out of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the Horizons taught me a lot. Like, a lot more than I remember learning in 2008. Like, the whole feathering of the engines and changing the tilt on them to where they're blowing air backwards to pull the jet versus feathering where they're just blowing air to the sides right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I never knew that. Ah, fun times.
Cool. All right, next step is the battery. Once you turn the battery off, we're done.